A hug is one of the most powerful forms of communication between two human beings. No words are spoken, yet so much is revealed. Your confidence, your intentions, your emotional maturity, all of it is expressed in those few seconds. But most men ruin this moment without even realizing it. When you go to hug a woman, there is one mistake you must never make. And that mistake is approaching the hug with nervous energy, insecurity, or the silent need for approval. Because the moment a hug feels like you are asking for validation, the energy changes. Instead of connection, it feels uncomfortable. Instead of warmth, it feels forced. A hug should never come from a place of need. It should come from a place of calm confidence. Think about it carefully. A confident man does not rush into physical contact. He doesn't grab, cling, or hold longer than necessary. He moves naturally like someone who respects both himself and the other person. The biggest mistake men make is hugging as if they are afraid the moment will disappear. They squeeze too tight, they hold too long, or they lean their entire emotional weight into that brief interaction. And that sends a message you never intended to send. It says, I need this moment more than you do. Confidence never communicates that. A good hug is simple. It's relaxed. It's brief but warm. It shows that you are comfortable with connection but not desperate for it. Trust, confidence, and respect without requiring a single sentence. Many people underestimate how much their body language reveals about their inner state. The way someone approaches a hug, their posture, their timing, and the energy they bring into that moment all send signals that the other person instinctively feels. When a person hugs with calmness and balance, it creates a feeling of safety and comfort. The interaction feels natural rather than forced. This is because genuine confidence does not rush or demand attention. It moves with awareness and respect for the other person's personal space and emotional comfort. A hug delivered with this mindset becomes a positive expression of connection, showing that the person values mutual respect and understands the importance of emotional intelligence. On the other hand, when a hug is approached with nervousness or uncertainty, the energy becomes noticeably different. Even if the intention is good, the lack of confidence can make the moment feel awkward or uncomfortable. People naturally respond to emotional signals, and they can often sense insecurity through subtle body language. This is why understanding nonverbal communication is such an important part of building meaningful relationships. A hug should never feel like a demand for approval or attention. Instead, it should reflect inner stability and self-assurance. When someone is comfortable with themselves, their actions become smoother and more natural. They are able to express kindness and warmth without creating pressure or expectation. Learning to communicate through respectful body language is a sign of emotional maturity. It shows that a person understands how small gestures can shape the overall feeling of an interaction. Something as simple as a hug can strengthen trust and connection when it comes from a place of confidence and genuine respect. In everyday life, the strongest impressions are often created not by what people say, but by how they make others feel. A calm, respectful hug can leave a positive emotional impact that words alone may never achieve. Every interaction between two people carries a certain energy, and that energy often speaks louder than words. When someone approaches another person with calm confidence, the entire interaction feels natural and comfortable. This is especially true in moments of physical connection, where body language becomes the primary form of communication. Confidence expressed through relaxed movements, steady posture, and respectful awareness creates an environment where the other person feels safe and at ease. Many people underestimate how quickly nervous energy can affect a simple interaction. When someone approaches physical contact with hesitation, tension, or uncertainty, they are signaling that they are not comfortable with the situation. Those feelings are often communicated through subtle signals such as rushed movements, awkward timing, or a lack of composure. Even if nothing negative is intended, this kind of energy can make the moment feel uncomfortable or forced. Human beings are naturally sensitive to emotional cues, and they instinctively respond to the confidence or discomfort they sense in others. Calm confidence, however, creates a completely different experience. It allows interactions to flow naturally without pressure or expectation. A person who is emotionally grounded does not rush moments of connection or try to force them. Instead, they move with awareness and patience, understanding that genuine connection cannot be created through urgency or neediness. This calm approach communicates respect not only for the other person, but also for oneself. Trust and comfort are built when people feel that the interaction is balanced and respectful. When someone carries themselves with composure, it signals emotional maturity and self-assurance. These qualities make others feel more relaxed because there is no sense of pressure or hidden expectation. The interaction becomes simple, authentic, and positive. Developing this kind of presence requires self-awareness and practice. It means learning to manage nervous energy and replacing it with patience and emotional balance. When a person becomes comfortable with themselves, their body language naturally becomes more relaxed and confident. This shift allows moments of connection to feel genuine rather than forced. Over time, calm confidence becomes one of the most attractive and respected qualities a person can possess. It transforms everyday interactions into opportunities for meaningful connection, simply because the energy being shared is steady, respectful, and sincere. The way a person handles simple interactions often reveals the depth of their character. Moments that may seem small on the surface, such as greeting someone, offering a handshake, can be significant and meaningful. Or giving a hug can quietly reflect a person's level of self-respect and emotional maturity. When someone understands the importance of boundaries, timing, and respectful body language, their presence naturally feels more balanced and trustworthy. Emotional maturity means recognizing that every person has their own comfort zone. Respecting that space is a sign of awareness and consideration. It shows that someone is not only thinking about their own intentions, but also about how the other person might feel in that moment. This awareness creates a healthier and more respectful environment where interactions feel natural rather than intrusive. Timing also plays an important role in human connection. A mature individual understands that connection cannot be rushed or forced. Instead of acting impulsively or trying to control the moment, they observe the situation and respond appropriately. This patience allows interactions to unfold organically, which makes them feel genuine and comfortable for everyone involved. Body language is another powerful signal of emotional intelligence. Simple things such as standing with good posture, maintaining relaxed movements, and respecting personal space can communicate confidence and self-control. These subtle cues show that a person values themselves and respects the dignity of others. People naturally feel more comfortable around someone who carries themselves with calm awareness rather than restless energy. Self-respect is the foundation of this behavior. When a person truly values themselves, they do not feel the need to chase validation or force closeness. They understand that genuine connection grows through mutual comfort and respect. This mindset removes pressure from interactions and replaces it with a sense of balance. Learning to manage these small details takes reflection and practice. It involves becoming more aware of one's actions and understanding how those actions affect others. Over time, this awareness develops into emotional intelligence, which allows a person to navigate social interactions with confidence and grace. When someone demonstrates this level of maturity, their presence naturally leaves a positive impression. People appreciate those who respect boundaries, move with patience, and communicate confidence through their actions. These qualities strengthen trust and create healthier, more meaningful connections. Real connection between people does not grow from pressure or forced closeness. It develops through authenticity, patience, and mutual respect. When someone tries too hard to create a moment of intimacy or emotional intensity, the interaction often loses its natural flow. Instead of feeling genuine, it begins to feel heavy or uncomfortable. True connection, however, happens when both individuals feel relaxed, respected, and free to be themselves. Authenticity plays a major role in this process. People are naturally drawn to those who behave in a sincere and honest way. When someone acts according to their true character rather than trying to impress or control the situation, their presence becomes more trustworthy. Authentic behavior removes the need for performance and allows interactions to feel real and effortless. This kind of honesty builds a stronger emotional foundation than any attempt to force attraction or approval. Respect is another essential element of meaningful connection. Respect means recognizing the other person's comfort, boundaries, and individuality. It involves understanding that every relationship develops at its own pace and cannot be rushed. When someone shows patience and consideration, it communicates emotional maturity and self-control. These qualities create an atmosphere where the other person feels safe and valued. Presence also plays an important role in forming genuine bonds. Being present means giving full attention to the moment instead of being distracted by expectations or future outcomes. When a person focuses on the interaction itself rather than trying to achieve a particular result, the energy becomes lighter and more natural. This presence allows conversations and interactions to unfold organically, creating a more enjoyable and meaningful experience for both people. Seeking validation or trying to force closeness often comes from insecurity. However, real confidence is quiet and steady. It does not chase approval because it understands that connection must be mutual to be meaningful. A confident person simply expresses kindness, respect, and openness without demanding anything in return. Over time, these qualities, authenticity, respect, and presence, build a strong foundation for lasting relationships. They transform simple interactions into opportunities for trust and understanding. When people approach connection with this mindset, the bond that develops feels natural, comfortable, and genuinely rewarding for both individuals. In every human interaction, the smallest gestures carry the deepest messages. A hug, a smile, or even a moment of shared attention can communicate more than words ever could, but only if approached with awareness, respect, and confidence. True connection is never forced, it flows naturally from authenticity, patience, and emotional maturity. When a person understands how to carry themselves calm, composed, and self-assured, they create an environment where others feel safe, valued, and genuinely seen. By respecting boundaries, managing their energy, and focusing on presence rather than expectation, they turn simple moments into meaningful bonds. Ultimately, the strongest relationships are built not through intensity or pressure, but through steady confidence, genuine care, and a quiet understanding that real connection grows from respect and authenticity.